All right, guys. Today I want to talk about the Rockefeller diet. And what amazes me is how strange it was overall. How simple but strange at the same time. And it raises questions. John D. Rockefeller was an oil tycoon. He built an empire on that. He was one of the world's first billionaires. The guy could have ate anything he wanted. Yet the guy ate like a monk. And that raises the question, why did he eat so simple and what was his diet? Right? So let's get right into it. He treated his food like it was the fuel to his machine, the machine of the body. He ate with purpose. You know, he didn't just control how he ate, but he even controlled how he even like chewed, basically, how he even processed the food. The guy was very conscious on how he lived his life. So his diet was just a microcosm on how he lived his life overall, the structure of his life. Okay. So he could have ate whatever he wanted. That guy had money for days. Could have had caviar for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The guy had no budget with any kinds. Okay, so he ate with less luxury. Okay, he treated it for more control. Get over here. All his foods that he had were very plain foods. He would have milk and crackers, vegetables, and light meals. His main focus was digestion. Okay, he wanted to have, you know, a light effect on his body because he knew digestion had, an effect on how he lived his life and the mental clarity, he had with everything. So even with his eating habits as well, he was a slow eater. There was reports that even when he ate or even had liquid, he would chew it for 10 minutes or 10 times in his mouth before even swallowing it. It just goes to show you he even controlled how he ate, not just what he ate, but how he ate. Okay. So he chewed very carefully. He focused on his digestion because he knew in his digestion he would have clarity. When people fast, they, people fast for a reason. The monks used to do this. The reason why is because it gave you more clarity. Whoever has more clarity wins. John D. Rockefeller understood that. So, you know, he controlled it with discipline as well. He knew the hidden game behind what food had to bring to the table. He knew the power it had to him. Okay. And, these are some of the weird diets he had as well here. Okay. So he also had celery to calm his nerves because he was a busy guy. The guy is a billionaire. He wanted something to calm. Okay. He believed that celery calmed his nerves. Orange peels. He had like an orange peel habit. He would have it for breakfast. He believed it helped with his digestion. And, overall, it was the bottom line behind all of this was to, enhance calmness and clarity. So he didn't feel his body. He didn't eat like a king all day. He could have ate all the time like that. He chose not to. He ate very simple because he knew the lightness in his stomach and his digestion was key to a lot of things. Okay. So this is just a skeleton on what his routine is overall. You know, he fleshed it out with his diet here, but he brought this skeleton to other things too. He probably ran this kind of scheme with the oil, with his business. He just fleshed it out with that niche. You guys can do the same. I'm not saying eat like him, eat like a peasant or eat like a monk. I don't eat like this. But the reason why he ate like this, forget the food, it's the structure. Okay? It's the reason why he ate this way. The discipline that comes with it. That's what the lesson here behind this whiteboard presentation is. Okay? And then we come to the last one, which is longevity. This is believed to have him, had him to live all the way up to 97 years old, which at the time was great. Compared to now, people are dying like, 70s, 80s. 97 for this billionaire, he knew what he was doing. He knew the power of the food he had to put in his body, how, you can manipulate that to make him enhance how in the real world and conquer. That's what his main goal was. Okay. So he lived his life with routine and moderation. He had a system. This is how he ran his life. Not just his food, his life overall was structured based on this, based on these habits he took to other places as well. Okay. So he went from food to digestion to energy, decisions, and longevity. That's the whole point of this. Simple habits equals better control and a longer life. Okay. And I'm not telling you guys to eat this way whatsoever. Don't eat Don't eat celery. You can eat celery. Celery is good. Orange is beautiful. Like I would love to eat celery too, or oranges. Those are really nice. I wouldn't chew like, slow like he does. I go through my food pretty quick, but you know, Rockefeller was known to, really be conscious on how he ate. A lot of us, when we eat, we're always on our phone and we don't really get to taste it. He was as conscious as to even chewing the food. That's how conscious he was. So this goes to show you this guy was on a different you know, mental plane than others. Just off of this, you know? So, that was just a quick rundown of the Rockefeller diet. Nothing too crazy, but the point isn't the food. The point is the structure, guys. How he lived his life, how he brought it to the diet. Imagine what he brought to other things as well. How silly and how simple, This was very simple. Okay? So maybe you guys can take this structure, this skeleton, and flesh it out for yourself, guys, okay? Hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a comment on what you guys think about this. See you soon.